Anita here, and welcome to how do I call this? Let's call it Anita's garden update. Anita's garden diary. Yes, gardening. Anita's gardening diary. I don't know, this is a spur of the moment kind of a thing where I just grabbed the camera and I decided to record something. Yay. I just thought it would be fun to have a little bit of a exactly what it seems like. It's kind of like a recording of my gardening process, because I have been recently really excited about gardening, and I've managed to, in the past 10 days, mess up a lot of things. So I will be fixing it today, and I thought it would be nice to actually have just a little bit of an update on my second channel, just something different, because I think that I finally have a hobby. So for the longest part, art was my hobby, but when I started, you know, to do art for a living, very quickly it stopped being a hobby. I have a few plans because I couldn't wait for spring, of course. So it's February right now, and I've planted a lot of things. And of course, all of it got leggy, which is what happens when seedlings don't have enough sun, and they're basically growing way too fast and way too long. These are a perfect example. Look at this. Look at this thing. This thing is 10 days old, okay? They are trying to get out of those little pots. Now, it's for starters that these are way too small. And disclaimer here for all you seasoned gardeners. I do know nothing about gardening. This is my first try on anything. I've never done anything like this, ever. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to leave the tomatoes. Tomatoes are in my DIY self-watering containers, and they're doing pretty good. My first try at tomatoes. So we will see. And then these are my little marigolds, calendulas. They shot up really quickly, but then they became, the leaves grew instead of the stems. They actually stayed like this for a few days already. So I don't know. I'm going to try and pick up the few biggest ones. It will be hard. And actually put them in their own pots. These guys, as I've said, they have to go to separate pots, bigger ones. I have no idea how to approach. I didn't expect them to grow this quick. And then I'm going to try and snip them and just see. I mean, I might be killing them. I am prepared for that. So then I have these guys, which is I got these from my boyfriend for Valentine's Day. And these are like little self-watering containers. This is for like windowsill. So I want to plant some like leafy greens, things that I could just eat here at home. I also have some spinach for, you know, those little tiny micro whatever you call them. And then these guys here under the lights. This is desperation. These are my art lights. Okay, I use these for paintings. But I have, like, I don't know if you can see, these are tiny strawberries, and they have just actually popped up. We've been quite worried about them, but my boyfriend gave me this little worm, this little thing that warms up the area around them, because apparently these need less actual warmth, but these need to be really warm. Okay, we live, we learn. Okay, just that's, yeah. I'm learning a lot here. They are so pretty though. Look at them. There, and I grew that. It's true what they say, that this is a perfect project for children, because the satisfaction that you get from growing these is crazy. So I'm really happy. I'm just hoping they're going to survive. So I thought I would give you a quick walk through what I'm doing, because I didn't record my voiceover for this part. So here I'm actually repotting this little strawberries from before. And I've decided it's the best idea to just put them into those little self-watering containers that I got for Valentine's Day. I think that's the best place they will survive in, hopefully. So we'll see. And then I'm starting to repot the calendulas, because not all of them will survive, of course, but some of them need to be in bigger form because they will be the companion plants for my tomatoes. So I've decided to just gather a few and repot the biggest ones into those little pots. And I'm just using regular soil and just putting them in there. I mean, honestly, I'm just learning here, so we'll see. So I'm trying to find the ones that have 2 leaves already, so the strongest ones, I think, because I assume the ones that grew the biggest will be the strongest ones. So the ones with 2 leaves, you can barely see them, but they have little tiny leaves popping up in the middle of the baby leaves. And it's actually really, really cool to pick them up from the little containers, because what I'm doing is I'm grabbing them by the baby leaves, is what I've learned online. That's how you handle the seedlings. And then I'm kind of like nudging the ground, the soil around them, and trying to pop them up. It's so satisfying to do because you really feel like, you know, you're not pulling on the plant. You're not, you don't feel like it's putting any stress on it. It's kind of just popping up of the ground. It's so easy. I mean, it also helps that the soil was pretty dry. So they were just popping up really quickly. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, so it's been a few hours, and I've managed to pot a lot of the little guys. And I still have, as you can see, they are still laying the way I left. I just left them in the pots a little bit uprooted. I want to plant a few, not all of them, unfortunately. It hurts my heart, but I don't have enough space or just soil even, actually, because this is pretty much all that I have left right now. But one thing I was thinking about is trying out some irrigation system. And I was thinking about actually getting a water bottle and just burying it inside around in the middle of all the plants, and then have the little calendulas in the middle. And I really want to try that irrigation system. Okay, we're getting so good at ridiculous angles. So I actually found this little bottle, which is almost the perfect size to fit inside the container I will be using. It's kind of confusing, the information that you get online, because some of them tell you to make holes in the whole bottle. Some of them tell you to make them only at the bottom. None of them tell you how big the holes actually have to be, with some videos telling me that they have to be fairly big, while the others are just tiny, as in, like, how do you call them, like the sewing pin thing. So what I've actually done is I took a little pin here and a candle, and I'm going to be popping a few holes at the bottom. And if you're a kid and you're watching this, have an adult actually doing this for you, because it's kind of fairly dangerous, you know. So you don't want to hurting yourself anywhere doing this. But this is pretty much like the easiest way I can think of making holes in the bottle. And so the idea, and I will be testing it, because actually nobody really shows it either in those videos, and that makes me so angry because I really don't know if this is going to work or not. Because what it's supposed to be is it's supposed to create a little vacuum inside the bottle, so when you cover it, it doesn't drip as fast. So I'm actually really curious to see how that works out, because so I've been thinking about making all of my containers into self-watering containers. That's kind of been the deal this year. However, I'm still kind of confused, you know, as to what kind of method to use, just because there are so many, and a lot of them need some, you know, some things I should buy. Whereas this one, you know, you just need a recycled bottle. So this would be perfect. Let's see. Let's make some. Oh, it's pretty hot. Let's make some here at the bottom. You don't want to. That's why I'm using a pin, because it has little, how would you call this, like a little bit at the end that's made of plastic, because this thing is getting really, really hot really quickly. So this is how it looks like. As you can see, there's quite a few of them there. Yeah, they're just the pin size. I don't know if that's too many. I'm just experimenting right now. You won't know until you actually find out for yourself. I mean, we can watch as many tutorials as we want, but the truth is that we only learn, these are guidelines, you know, you only learn once you find out by yourself. Okay, so now I'm gonna fill that in and we'll see if it's worth anything or not. Okay, I don't think we actually need this anymore. So I filled the bottle. And as you would expect, it was dripping like crazy when it was opened. But then I closed the lid. And it's... only when I moved the... see? When I moved the bottle, it just moved because of course the air circulates, but... that's pretty promising, actually. I'm really surprised. Okay, we'll see how this camera angle works. Yeah, basically I just swept all the extra soil that I had laying around to the bottom of the pot. Because I'm kind of thinking that it's gonna work similar to the wicking system. And you kind of want that soil to be like the water sponge that's going to move the water upwards. At least that's how I imagine it, because our holes are located at the bottom. So if this thing is going to stand like this, and I kind of want it to be covered, so the water will be going towards the bottom. It's just a bunch of flowers. I mean, worst case scenario, I'll have to water them myself, right? Now the biggest question is, do I have enough of soil? I'm planting the rest of the flowers from these containers. Well, not all of them, but majority of them, hopefully. I'm gonna plant them here just as they are, so they're just gonna be growing here, and we'll see if they can survive, and you know how it's going to work, and we're just gonna see. The most important ones, which are these guys, these are planted separately. So this is just my experiment. I'm gonna do my best to like help them grow, of course. Oh my god, I really hope I'm gonna have enough soil. And I wanted to plant out the beans, but I'm kind of stuck with the beans. I've been thinking about them the whole day, and I honestly don't know what to do. Should I plant them? Sorry for that. Should I plant them in like separate? Well, the roots are coming out, so I definitely have to plant them in something. But the thing is that, you know, I've never grown them, so I'm not exactly sure what's the best thing to do. And I'm very tempted to plant them in these self-watering DIY planters, same as my tomatoes. Let's see if I can show you. I showed you in the beginning. Here they are in the, like, here, these guys. They're basically halved bottles. And they're doing a perfectly fine job with the tomatoes. I mean, the tomatoes are growing kind of slow, but I'm guessing it's because they don't have enough warmth and sun. But for me, it was just a matter of just starting them. I felt like if I started them too late, with my inexperience, it would just be all over the place. I swear I don't have enough soil for this pot. I think I have some like laying in the back. And by the back, I mean tool shed, which hopefully someday will become my potting shed. At least with a potting table or something. Because I'm still working from my living room, which is not ideal either. So yeah, I'm not gonna have enough. I'm gonna check in the back and see what I have there. Okay, I found a whole bag of potting soil still. I didn't even realize I had it. Okay, so we have that. Now we have to put the seedlings in. So I'm thinking, where's my handy dandy spoon? This is definitely not enough space for all of the plants, but it's gonna be a good start. I mean, I knew that I would have to probably throw some away. There is no way. I don't know what I was thinking. Next time I'm definitely planting just a few seeds instead of spreading them around. Okay, this one here seems to be quite big. So let's try to take this guy out. And I have to say that actually, I don't know if I already said it or not, I probably did, but taking them out like this is so satisfying. They actually feel so stable in my hand, just holding them by the baby leaves. And then, because normally I would have probably held them by the stem, and that's not good for them. So this is perfect. Okay, actually, you know what? Once I fill everything in, maybe I will have enough space for another one. And let's see. This one looks pretty good, doesn't it? This guy here. See, I'm holding him by the leaf, and then I'm just putting the spoon under, and I'm just gently trying to, there we go. There we go, there it is. Perfect. And I can drop him, if he allows me, go in the hole. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we are done with this one. I actually looked up the little packaging, the seed packet, and the seed packet told me that each of these little seedlings should be 25 centimeters apart. So even these are a little bit too thickly planted. So I still haven't filled this bottle. I'm going to wait a little bit, just I don't know, I'm kind of intimidated. But definitely, if you guys want to see more of these kind of videos, please tell me, let me know in the comments below, and the next time I'm going to make an update on this guy and we will see how it went. I'm really curious, actually. You can laugh all you want at me, but I'm really actually heartbroken right now that I couldn't plant all the little seedlings from the marigolds. I know it's stupid, I know it's part of gardening, but I am never ever planting that many seeds again. Okay, I'm gonna stop thinking about it. Let's make the other ones grow beautiful. So at the end of the video, just a quick update. Well, my dog is walking in the background. So it's been 2 days now, and I filled this bottle. And the first bottle, the first water just drained down immediately, even though the cap was on and everything. It just went so fast. And it started collecting at the bottom, so that's why I put the little plate. So I'm guessing, you know, it's not the best idea to have holes in these containers. But the second bottle I filled, I mean, it's draining slowly. I mean, you can't see it, but it's kind of at like a halfway point, I suppose, if you just peek in there. And it's been 2 days, so it's still going pretty fast. But it's, you know, it's really warm in here. I did not hydrate the soil beforehand, so the soil was, I'm guessing it's just sucking in all the water. That's pretty much what it is. So yeah, so we'll see. They're doing pretty fine. I still haven't figured out what to do with them, but they're not dying, and these are not dying either. As you can see here, I've bought new broad beans and some soil for the seedlings, the one that I liked, and I've decided to just start new seeds for broad beans. But I also cut these, I snipped them, and I repotted them into just old bottles with holes at the bottom. And we will see. This will be for science. This will be just in case. So yeah, thank you so very much for watching. I hope I didn't ramble too much. And if you would like to see more of these videos, then just let me know in the comments below. I'll probably make new ones anyway. So I've just noticed that this guy here, all the little, they were this small, the leaves, but this guy just grew insanely. I have to get them out of here as soon as possible. But it's supposed to be freezing at night, so I don't know what to do. Anyway, stop with the rumbling. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!